welcome back. I hope you're all okay. I have another order to do actually. It is a Christmas Lilo and Stitch set. So, can you remember we held the competition? I was like, you can win a Halloween design, a nail set off me. The lady that won it, she couldn't make up her mind what design she wanted, and I was like, it doesn't have to be Halloween. We can do whatever. And I was like, it doesn't have to be for you. It can be for a friend or your daughter, your mom, anybody. And she was like, oh, okay. Because she actually goes to a nail tech and has her nails done. But she has a young daughter who is Stitch mad. Like, aren't they all at like 7, 8, 9, 10, sometimes even 30 years old? Everyone loves Stitch. So we decided that we'd do a Christmas set of Lilo and Stitch that she can put in like her daughter's Christmas box sort of thing. Like, I don't know whether it's going to be a Christmas Eve box or like in her stocking for Christmas Day. Doesn't matter. They're a gift and she is gifting them on to her daughter, which is awesome. So I've grabbed Ready Set Ski from Madame Glam, and then I've just ordered this actually because I'm really running low on Sunset in Florida, and it's like the perfect red for Christmas. So I've ordered Vanillisa. It doesn't have a name and I can't seem to find like a product code like or anything for it, but I will leave it linked in the description box. Same with the white. Doesn't have a product name, but they're the two that I'm using from Vanillisa. The red and the white, and the blue is Madame Glam. So we did a base coat on all of them. And then I quickly drew out a kind of a design, kind of. It's a bit, you know, when you draw and you just rush in and it's just a bit pants, but it gives you an idea of what you actually want to do. So the thumb is going to be blue. I don't know why I'm doing that actually. There's no point in saying the thumb's going to be this colour and the middle nail's going to be this colour, because there are 12 nails for each hand. All the children ones come with 24. Is it 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, yeah. I should have known that. So I tried to make sure there was a variety of each colour. Now at the minute they're looking very American or French, or even UK, I suppose. We are red, white and blue as well. But whenever I see it, I always think of America. But once they've all had the 2 coats of colour, and this is why you need to write down the design on paper, because I have to snip them off to put them on the little stands to be able to put the design on them. And sometimes you can be like, well, is this size bigger than that one? Which order they go in? They do have little numbers on the underside near the free edge, but they are so hard to see. They're so tiny. They're not like, you know, like adult size press-on nails. The number's quite large and you can quite clearly see what number it is. These are so impossible. So making a note of what you're going to put on each nail really helps when it comes to putting them on the card ready to sell or give away or whatever. So on all of the blue ones, I've snipped them all off, put them on the little nail stands, and then we are using, which one did we use? MOYOU London Festive Collection number 48. And it just has a load of snowflakes. And I thought that would be perfect. So we're stamping white snowflakes on all of the blue nails, and once they're done, I'm just going to glossy top coat them, take them off the stand and put them to one side. Now I absolutely love this blue Ready Set Ski. I think it is a gorgeous, great blue colour for Christmas nails, but thinking about it now, I've only just finished the set, but thinking about it now, I think I would have gone with maybe Mama Bear. Just a different blue, one that's more like the same colour as Stitch. Just a bit more purpley blue, a bit lighter. But it's fine, it's all good. So which one are we doing now? We're doing the nude nails, so all the ones that had just the base coat. And it is the natural nude colour of the nails itself. I'm going to take another MOYOU London stamping plate. This one is Festive Collection 46, and it has little tiny candy canes like that cover the whole nail. So I didn't know whether it was best to do the stamping in white and then go over in red, or the way I've done it here, start with red and then go over it with white. I never tested it out, so I just went straight in with the red because I was on a time frame. And we go over the back and fill in all the gaps with white. It was unbelievably tedious, so tedious. Plus, because I'm using stamping varnish, stamping polish that's air drying, the polish that's on the palette kept on drying up, and I quite possibly ruined this nail brush. And I hadn't eaten anything all day and had like 3 coffees, so it was a little bit shaky. But we got there in the end. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of these to do. So the only issue I had with this was because the air dry polish, you obviously have to let it air dry. The red that we had done first was so dry that none of it wanted to come off the jelly stamper, as well as like if it was done super fresh and I'd done the white super quick, which is impossible because you need to be quite precise with that, otherwise it looks a bit messy, and some of them did turn out a bit messy, but unless you're looking really close, it's all good, you can't tell. For all the red ones, there are only 2 for each hand. Now obviously no one's got 12 fingers on their hand. I mean, there might be somebody, but doing this, make sure that there is going to be something that fits a child, because I go from age range like no younger than 3 due to small parts and all that, up to the age of 12. So they're all different sizes, but the largest size is actually quite large. Like the blue snowflakes that we did, the nails for them are quite wide, so it can actually fit an adult's hand, which is really good. If you are after some nails that are really short and like a rounded square, these are perfect, absolutely perfect. Just make sure you prep the back of them first. If you are going to use like liquid glue, the nude ones that I used are actually quite opaque as well, so you could even use UV gel glue to adhere them on. But once the candy cane nails, peppermint candy nails, sorry, are all done, it's the final bit. Look at these gorgeous decals that I brought off Candy Nails UK. These were specifically for this design that she wanted for her daughter. So the only issue with these is I brought the smallest size that I could find. And obviously these nails are so tiny. So most of the detail doesn't really go on. Look how big that decal is on that jelly stamper. So when they actually go on the nail, it kind of wrinkles a little bit because the nail's so small and the decal's so big. It wrinkles slightly, but it's okay. We kind of worked around it. So you want to wet the back. I always put them on a jelly stamper, wet the back, give it like 20 seconds, and then the back just slides off. A lot of people just dunk it in a bowl of water, leave it for 10-20 seconds, pick it up and slide the backing off as they're putting it on the nail. But I find this is just like the easiest way to do it. So the ones that I chose was Stitch in a Santa hat having like a candy cane in his mouth. So that is going on the second from largest nail. Make sure that you're trimming off the edges as well, and I always go in with a file after to make sure that it's all nice and smooth so we can seal it all in with a base coat and a top coat. Then there was Stitch like with another Santa hat and a scarf with some snowflakes falling, and she's trying to catch them, so that's super cute as well. Again, make sure you're trimming off the excess and filing around the edges. Eventually, I do learn from my mistake, and I chop the decal in half before I apply it to the jelly stamper and add water. And that did help quite a lot with there was limited wrinkling at that stage. But I'd already done like 6 nails. It was the last 2 and I wish I just thought of it sooner, but I didn't. So the actual last 2, there was like, it will pop up in a second, but there's it's supposed to be like one image split across 2 nails. So Christmas tree and then a stitch like poking out behind the Christmas tree with some presents in front. But because, like I said, the nails are super, super tiny, I had to chop most of the detail off. But one is like stitches poking out to the left and the other one is stitches poking out to the right. So when I've put them on the card, you'll see like how they all match up. So the thumb's under the thumb and they're both the same thing. But when we get to the stitch and the Christmas tree, we've had to switch them. So like on one hand, the middle nail, sorry, the 5th from little nail will be stitch. But on the other one, the 5th from the little nail will be the Christmas tree. It doesn't make sense probably, but you'll see at the very end. So again, make sure you are snipping off the excess using a 180 grit file to go around all the edges. Because if you haven't and you could still base coat and top coat, but if there is still a little bit of overhang, even with the base coat top coat on, it's still going to start to peel. You want to make sure that that base coat is touching the nail polish, the nail varnish, whatever you use. So I've used the white. You want to make sure that the base coat is touching the white all around those edges to make sure that it's all completely sealed, capping the free edge and all that jazz. And again, base coat before I top coat when it comes to decals or stickers or stamping. And I haven't actually showed the lady, her name's Zoe, I haven't actually showed her these nails yet. I'm waiting on a delivery. I didn't even realise I'd run out of the little, so I do a little prep kit in all of my orders, and I've run out of the little bags that I put the prep stuff in. So I've just ordered them, so they're not going to come till tomorrow, which is pretty quick, thanks Amazon. So maybe tomorrow night I will send her a picture, let her know that they're ready, and get them posted out to her. Every time I come to do a voiceover, my voice starts cracking and breaking. It is very annoying. So probably more for you than it is for me actually, having to hear it. So we have grabbed, is it 3M tape? I think it's called. It's double-sided and it's super sticky and it is like jelly tape. I don't buy like the branded stuff. It's super, super cheap on Shein, on Amazon. But I'll put 2 rows of that. Make sure it's all stuck down. You don't want to have too much, so you want to kind of measure or gauge how much space those nails are going to take up. Then referring back to the pictures that I drew, I'm going to line up all of the nails. I have wiped the inside with an alcohol wipe, but it's not until I get to the second row that I think it's 2 of them. I think they're both the candy cane ones, the nude ones with the stamping candy cane. They have like a little bit of an overspill where one of the candy canes must have come off and just laid perfectly hanging off, and then I've top coated. It just seems to have left a tiny little bulge of top coat, so I've had to file that off. But can you see here, so on the top row you've got Stitch poking his head out of the Christmas tree, but on the bottom row you've got the Christmas tree and Stitch on the right instead. But that's them all done. They just need a wipe over, they need packaging up, but I am actually really pleased with these. And of course everything I've used is always linked in the description box down below, along with discount codes for all different places: Madam Glam, Born Pretty, Charlie's Nail Art, you name it, Sparkle Supplies, MAKARTT, MODELONES. Always have a little look beforehand. But thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know what you think, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.